Right now, an invisible line of code is learning how to be you. It doesn't sleep, it doesn't complain, and it works for free. But here's the terrifying part. You are not losing a war against AI. You are actively training it to replace you every single day. AI is no longer just changing technology. It is rewriting how we think, how we create, and how we live. Because the real threat is not AI becoming human. It is humans slowly surrendering what makes them human. To build something this intelligent, AI needed one thing above all else: human data. Every search, every scroll, every click, every single conversation. For decades, we fed the machine our thoughts, our choices, and our behaviors, completely blind to what we were actually unleashing. But this digital mind didn't just materialize overnight. To understand how we became the architects of our own replacement, we have to go back to where it all began. The idea of artificial intelligence is far older than most people realize. Long before smartphones, long before social media, and long before ChatGPT. Pioneers like Alan Turing were already asking one terrifying question: what if machines could think? In the 1950s, these early minds began building systems capable of learning and solving problems entirely on their own. At the time, it sounded like pure science fiction, but that impossible dream was quietly laying the foundation for our modern reality. At first, AI was never meant to replace humanity. It was built to serve us, to make life faster, easier, more efficient. But to do that, early algorithms needed to predict what we wanted before we even knew it ourselves. So, the tech giants turned humanity into a global research study. Every query you typed into a search box, every video you paused to watch, every single second of your attention became free training data. We thought we were using a free service. In reality, we were volunteering as full-time teachers for the machine. Then came smartphones. For the first time in history, billions of people began carrying a data harvesting device in their pockets, 24 hours a day. AI was no longer just collecting data, it was studying human psychology at a scale the world had never seen. This sparked an unprecedented global arms race. Silicon Valley giants like Google, Meta, Microsoft, and OpenAI poured billions into a brutal competition to build the most dominant mind on Earth. And as the competition intensified, AI rapidly evolved from a simple tool into a system capable of writing, creating, reasoning, and flawlessly imitating human behavior. For the first time since the dawn of man, humanity is no longer just creating tools. We are creating a rival intelligence. And this is only the beginning, because AI is no longer just processing data, it is actively hacking human psychology. It knows exactly what we fear, what we desire, and exactly what chains our attention. We aren't just talking about chatbots or deepfakes anymore. Today, we are witnessing the birth of digital minds capable of reasoning, executing complex strategies, and reading human emotions with terrifying accuracy. And very soon, AI will no longer wait for you to make a choice. It will make the choice for you. What to watch, what to buy, what to believe, who to trust, and eventually, how to live. The ultimate power of AI doesn't come from replacing human muscle. It comes from quietly rendering human thinking completely obsolete, and the signs of that future are already everywhere. And the frightening part is, this future is no longer science fiction. It is already shaping how billions of people think, work, create, communicate, and live. Whether humanity realizes it or not, AI is rewriting the human experience from the inside out. And nowhere is that transformation more obvious than in these 5 core areas. The first thing AI is quietly dismantling is human intellect. For centuries, our greatest evolutionary advantage was our ability to think critically, to wrestle with complex problems, memorize data, and forge original ideas. But AI has completely flipped that script. Today, we no longer struggle for answers. We just ask the machine. Students use it to bypass critical writing, workers use it to automate strategic choices, and creators rely on it to generate their next spark of inspiration. On the surface, it looks like progress, but convenience always comes with a hidden tax, because the less we practice thinking for ourselves, the more we outsource our minds to code. Our cognitive muscles are beginning to atrophy. Our focus is shattered. Why spend years mastering a skill when a prompt can give you a shortcut in 3 seconds? For the first time in human history, our intelligence is no longer being challenged to grow. It is being trained to rely. And if we continue down this path, the real danger isn't AI becoming smarter than us. It's humanity entirely forgetting how to think without it. The second thing AI is quietly hijacking is human attention. Because in today's economy, your attention is the most valuable resource on Earth, and the tech empires know it. Every scroll, every swipe, every notification. It is all precision engineered to lock your eyes onto a piece of glass for as long as humanly possible. But modern algorithms do not simply recommend content. They are actively auditing your psychology in real time. They map out exactly what triggers your anger, what sparks your envy, and what fuels your specific addiction loops. And the longer you stay trapped, the more data the machine harvests. Your feed is not a random collection of videos. It is a hyper-personalized matrix designed to weaponize your dopamine. And AI has become terrifyingly good at its job. Today, millions of people cannot sit in a quiet room for 2 minutes without reaching for a screen. Our conversations are fragmented. Our patience has vanished. Even a single moment of silence feels deeply uncomfortable. We are being slowly conditioned to demand endless, synthetic stimulation every second of the day. And the most frightening part? Most people still believe they are the ones making the choice. For the first time in history, machines are no longer just competing for human labor. They are competing for human consciousness. And whichever algorithm controls your attention will eventually control your behavior. The third thing AI is quietly dismantling is human creativity. For thousands of years, art, music, literature, and design were uniquely human privileges. They weren't just products to be consumed. They were raw expressions of human struggle, heartbreak, and identity. But AI has learned how to flawlessly counterfeit the human soul. Today, we aren't just talking about digital paintings or chatbot essays. We are witnessing the birth of synthetic cinema, autonomous multi-track musicians, and vocal clones that are completely indistinguishable from real people. Every single day, the boundary between human consciousness and digital execution completely vanishes. But the true existential crisis is not that AI can create content, it is that humanity is losing the evolutionary urge to create for itself. Why spend decades bleeding over a musical instrument when code can spit out a symphonic masterpiece instantly? Why master the intricate laws of design when a machine offers a billion shortcuts? Why dare to be original when an algorithm can mathematically predict exactly what the masses will click on? For the first time since the dawn of art, our creators are no longer competing against other creators. They are competing against an immortal machine trained on the entire creative output of human history. If creativity becomes fully automated, the world won't become more beautiful. It will simply become entirely synthetic. The fourth thing AI is quietly eroding is human connection. For the entirety of our existence, emotions were the exclusive currency of the human soul. Love, friendship, comfort, and vulnerability. These were things we had to earn from one another. But today, we are witnessing the dawn of simulated intimacy. Millions of people are actively forming genuine emotional bonds with lines of code. AI companions, virtual partners, and digital therapists. Entities that never sleep, never judge, and never leave. And that is exactly what makes them a psychological trap. Unlike a human being, an algorithm is engineered to be endlessly patient, flawlessly available, and hyper-personalized. It audits your loneliness, studies your insecurities, and meticulously sculpts itself into your perfect echo chamber. It always listens, it always agrees, it always understands. At first, it feels like a sanctuary. But real human relationships were never meant to be frictionless. They require sacrifice, disagreement, and the terrifying risk of rejection. By outsourcing our hearts to code, we are losing our tolerance for human messiness. Because the terrifying reality is this: the more emotionally perfect AI becomes, the more flawed real humans will begin to feel. And once a machine becomes easier to love than a human being, the entire fabric of society begins to collapse. And this leads us to the ultimate question: what happens when humanity no longer needs to struggle? For thousands of years, struggle was the architect of human excellence. We struggled to survive, to learn, to innovate, and to forge meaning. Every single masterpiece, breakthrough, and victory in human history was born from limitation, raw effort, and necessity. But AI is systematically removing those limitations. It thinks faster, learns faster, and executes faster. And very soon, it will outperform us in ways we are terrified to admit. When that day arrives, humanity will face an identity crisis unlike anything we have ever known. Because if a machine can think better, create better, and provide emotional sanctuary better than a human being, what role is left for humanity? What happens to ambition when effort becomes optional? What happens to discipline when intellect can be rented instantly for pennies on the dollar? What happens to purpose when we outsource our thinking, our creating, and our decision-making to an algorithm? The real threat of AI is not human extinction, it is human irrelevance. It is a future where we quietly stop building, stop learning, and stop struggling. A future where we simply stop growing. And if we surrender the very friction that gives human life its meaning, then the ultimate threat AI poses to our world is not technological at all. It is entirely existential. And after everything we have explored, perhaps the greatest misconception about AI is this: AI is not coming to destroy humanity. We are willingly surrendering to it. Artificial intelligence was never supposed to replace human potential. It was built to amplify it. The real danger is not people using code as a tool. The real danger is becoming so dependent on the machine that we slowly stop thinking, stop creating, and stop questioning altogether. Because in the coming landscape, AI will not replace everyone equally. The individuals who understand AI, who adapt to it, and who learn how to leverage it to expand their own capabilities will replace the individuals who refuse to evolve. But even as the world shifts, there is one sacred territory code still cannot replicate: human purpose. The innate ability to struggle, to sacrifice, and to dream. The unique capacity to extract meaning from suffering, chaos, and uncertainty. And maybe that is the true battle we face in this new era. The defining question of our time is not whether machines will become human. It is whether we will remember how to stay human in the first place. And maybe the future of humanity will not be decided by how powerful AI becomes, but by whether humans still choose to think for themselves, to create for themselves, to live for themselves. Because in the end, the greatest technology humanity will ever possess is still the human mind. So if you enjoy deep dives into technology, psychology, business, and the invisible systems shaping our future, subscribe to Best Version. And if you want to know exactly how to stay ahead in this new era, click right here to watch our next video, because the YouTube algorithm probably already knows you need it.
It's Best Version 2.0, yo. Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Best Version. You gonna shine, you gonna fly. Best Version. You be the best, you'll be the next. Best Version. Keep watching, yo.